Hey everybody, Jabman025 here. Today I'm taking a look at my 80th master grade, the mass-produced Gelgoog version 2.0. Wait, that's not right. There we go. The Jabman Gelgoog version 2.0. Okay, what's a Jabman Gelgoog? A while back I did a customized kit of an original Gelgoog 1.0 where I did a self-insert into the 1-year war. I made myself actually part of Delaz's fleet from 0083, Operation Stardust. And I made myself an ace. And what would my colors be? What would my kit be? Now here's the original. This is a kit I made well over a year ago, and it was one of the very first customized kits I reviewed on YouTube. And it's always been a personal favorite in terms of my customized collection. It was a fun kit to build, and I really enjoyed it. But as time goes on, I look at this kit and I see flaws. I see some things I could have done better. I notice people seem to think it's red when I really want it to be orange and silver, so I decided to go back and try it again with the 2.0 version. Now what I did is I broke this section down into different colors. This is the orange box. Everything in here is going to be colored orange. The other thing I decided to do with this kit was add extra panel lines for a two-tone, real grade type color scheme. I was given this idea by Vegeta8259, Henry's real grade VO. I really liked that idea he had, so I decided to kind of steal that idea and make my own 1/100th real grade color scheme for this kit. The way I did this was this tool here. He used a panel scriber. I used this. It's kind of like a Dremel tool. You see, it spins there. The point makes a groove, a little button there, and that's how I drew the lines and made the grooves in there. I'm doing the same thing with the other color, the silver. You can see here I've cut some extra grooves in. Not as many on the silver because, first off, not as much silver, and two, some of the lines are already there. The original 2.0 kit already had a lot of panel lines on it. The black section for the feet, pretty much one color black. I did use one alternate, and I'll show you later. First off, all the orange. I used bright orange from Tamiya for this because I really wanted a good strong orange. The original kit I did, a lot of people thought it might have been a red color. So I really wanted to emphasize the orange on this one. You can see I painted the whole thing, including the section that's going to be another color. I went back up and covered that up with an alternate orange otherwise. Some parts I just primed, because that I'm going to hand paint with that alternate color. And here you see the orange completely done with the alternate color orange. The color I used for the alternate orange was hand painted on. It is a Milwaukee Road orange. That a paint is traditionally used for model railroads, but there's no rule that says I couldn't use it on a Gundam or a Gelgoog. Panel lines I filled in with a Gundam marker, which is a lot easier on a custom job I found. And I added some silver in places, a lot of detail work on this section. I took a very, very long time on the orange. The silver, my original idea was to use silver and aluminum as the alternate silver, but it was just too similar. So what I did is I mixed up a custom silver with a silver and a little bit of dark gray to mix it up a little bit so you can get that two-tone silver look. And here you see the main body completed. If you're interested in the posability and whatnot of this kit, I have already reviewed the Char's Gelgoog version 2.0, and this is pretty much an identical kit. There's only one difference, and I'll talk about it in a bit. But you can see the alternate oranges, the alternate silvers, the extra detail I put in on the silver parts on the orange, black on the silver. Really took my time and got everything I wanted right. See a little bit of silver on the back skirt. Changed it up a little from my original design of Jabman's Gelgoog, but I really, really took my time and got every little detail right on this kit. Now, a lot of panel lining, a lot of detail work with the Gundam markers, painting, hand painting. I had to clean out some of those grooves that got filled with paint, which can be a bit of a pain, but I really like the kind of a real grade effect that the two tones give. I really do enjoy it. As for the shield, see here, I did do the two tones on both orange and silver on the shield. You get a little bit darker on the bottom. And I did use the alternate orange here for the visor. You can't tell quite as well here because it's so small compared to the rest of the shield, but it is an alternate color there. Painted the back simple semi-gloss black, and kept the handle the same because I didn't feel like messing with that. The gun I went to absolute town on. Here's the main difference between the Gelgoog version 2.0 mass-produced and Char's Gelgoog. You get an alternate gun that comes with a grenade launcher and a stand. Now, I did make custom decals for this kit like I have in my past kits. Here you see, whenever you make a custom decal, print it out on paper and make sure you got the sizing right first. You have to make sure everything is sized right before you print it on the actual decal paper. Speaking of which, here it is. This is water slide decal paper from Tamiya. Comes in white and clear. If you're going to do anything in black, clear is perfect. If you want to do anything in colors, you got to use white and cut out a lot more carefully. And once you have it printed out, you can print it on a standard computer printer. Use this Test Stores decal bonder to spray it on. Nice healthy spray, but you can see it is not healthy. So do it outside where it's well ventilated, because this stuff stinks to almighty heck and is not good for you. And here you see with the decals on. See Jabman 025 on the shoulder. And you see I did use some of the standard Gelgoog decals that came with the kit, some of the dry transfers, so it's a little bit of a mix. Didn't quite use all the decals. You can see Xeon down there on the inner leg. Phoenix of Xeon, that was the nickname I gave to my alternate UC self. And a couple Xeonic logos. That's the company that designed and made the Gelgoog. And the Jabman on the back. And another Xeon symbol down by the back skirt armor. It's kind of disappointed they didn't give me an alternate back skirt armor like they did in the original 1.0, but eh. As for the gun, a couple decals on there as well. Red scope. Just did that with a red Sharpie to get that scope look. Did the same thing on the mono eye. And of course the big Phoenix symbol. And I put another little Xeon logo up there at the top. I flipped the Phoenix symbol around just to be a little different. In the original 1.0 it was facing to the left, now it's facing to the right. And here you see the 2.0 next to the 1.0. You can see more of the differences. Standing at a distance, they do look similar, but not identical. But when you really, get down and look at the details, you can tell that these are very different kits, with the alternate colors and whatnot. Here's the only alternate black. The beam saber I did in a grimy black, kind of a grayish black, a little bit different from the semi-gloss. And to get the beam sabers to be a different color, they were originally a yellow, and I wanted them to be more orange to fit with the kit. So I took a clear orange Tamiya and painted over the top of that, and it gives it a little bit of a yellow-orange feel. Can't really see it that well on these blades, but on the spinning blades you really can get a more orange feel to it, and it does look really nice. When you're painting the clear parts, it can be a little difficult because you can get it a little too thick in places, but if you put a nice light coat on it, it does give a nice effect. And there you see the weapons for this kit. The other thing I did custom is a customized Jabman action base. And I kept the theme going, orange, silver, black. You can see I just kind of hand painted on Jabman there, and it looks kind of sloppy, and that is 100% intentional. I thought it was a good mix of everything so nice and clean and crisp and everything else. Just slap on Jabman there and paint it on hand painted. It was a nice little alternate. You can also see I painted a 1/100 scale me. Well, sort of. Me in an orange and silver Xeon pilot suit with a black visor. Glued him onto a little panel down there just as a last minute idea. I thought it'd be neat. There's just one more thing to add onto this kit. And here you see the final product. Up there on the action base, not the best of attachments in the world, but it's alright. Shield out, beam saber spinning. Well, not in this case, just sitting there. But either way, it looks pretty good. And this kit has no problem holding any of those weapons. And I really do enjoy this kit just because of all the detail I put into it. You can see some of the silver inside the legs. I painstakingly went through detail on this kit. Even parts that no one will ever see, I really went into the detail, so I'm very, very proud of this kit. I'm very happy with the way it turned out. Final thoughts on this kit. I know it's a bit presumptuous, but I'm giving it a thumbs up. I'm very happy with the way this kit turned out. It is now one of my all-time favorite custom jobs I did. This was a lot of work. It took a lot longer than I actually thought it would, but this was a great kit. It was a fun experience. I'm very happy that I did it. I've been planning to do it for a while, and I'm very happy with the way it turned out. Well, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this. Hope you found it informative. If you got any questions, ask them. I'll answer them as best I can. Please stay tuned for more reviews. I always got more reviews coming. I hope you guys enjoyed this custom, and stay tuned for more. Oh, and one more thing. I survived. I survived! I was in the Delaz fleet, Operation Stardust, and I lived! And look, my Gelgoog's in one piece, and it looks even better. Now where am I? What universe am I in? Oh, crap.